presents the 2026 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. 2 semifinals coming your way. The first one has the top seed. Whole match, if you will, between the Rainbow Warriors and the Tritons. UC San Diego serves first. The pass a little tight to the net. Stays on the Hawaii side. Outside set, Louis Sakanoko. It's blocked back. Fred Rosenthal going back out to Sakanoko. He's blocked, and he's roofed. And it was Cameron Worrell who really got back into the starting mix at setter in that series against Hawaii. Jumping up next to Jim Garrison and getting the block. Let's check out the nonstop travel starting lineups as that serve by Leo Provednikov sails long, and Hawaii gets a free point to get off the schneid. A bit of a change in the starting rotation for UC San Diego, going with Leo Wiemelt in the middle instead of Peter Selcho as one of these middle hitter positions. Wiemelt a little bit more defensive-minded. Played well against Hawaii in that victory as Sebastiano Sani, the first team All-Big West selection for the Tritons, able to get his first kill. He had 10 of those to go along with 3 aces last night against the Gauchos.
And we'll see Wiemelt in a little bit, but Peter Selcho played well last night, but Coach Roster just thinks that Wiemelt matches up a little bit better.
Back row set, that's Louis Sakanoko, and that is a Sakanoko nuke. He's averaging 3.2 kills per set. First team All-Big West selection, 16th in the NCAA in kill percentage. He's hitting .358 on the year, C-Mac.
Well, he's having quite the year, especially his hitting percentage has really changed from last year, where he was a little more error-prone. This year, not so much.
Justin Todd starting at one of the middle positions. Travell Jordan back in the lineup. He got dinged up in that last match against UC San Diego. What scrambling is Christian Tatriski from behind the line, and it was sealed up. And there is Leo Wiemelt on cue. Had 5 kills and 7 blocks in the win over Hawaii back on April 11th.
He's a good one. He sat out last night because Selcho was a better matchup going up against the opponent than this tonight. Wiemelt's a better matchup against Hawaii, obviously, so Ross Federer's going with him.
So here's Cameron Worrell on the serve. Pass by Adrian War is a good one. Backside set to Tracy.
Not much opposition at the net there that time. Tatriski almost had an open net all by himself.
Tatriski, who took last week's series against CSUN off, gave way once again to Kainoa Wade, who put together back-to-back double-digit kill nights. Tatriski back out there. Charlie Wade talking about that as being just a little bit of load management. Here's Josh Ewert, roll shot. It'll be played back. Adrian War, another stuffed block there by the Tritons. It was Wiemelt jumping up next to Sani, and it's already a block party on the San Diego side.
They've really got the block going on. That time, I thought that Roar was going to hit line there, and so did UCSD. Got stuffed back in.
Serve by Sani. Layout pass there by Sakanoko, and then a weird setup out of the palms of Quentin Greenwich. That one sort of slipped away from him, and so no angle for Christian Tatriski, and it is 5 serving 3 early here in set 1 in favor of the Tritons.
Tritons off to a good start, especially they're blocking the front line. Boy, it better run some, I think, maybe a little bit faster offense to get some gaps in that block.
Serve goes long. That was something that UC San Diego did so well last night against the Gauchos. They had 9 service aces to just 11 service errors. And I think the widespread thinking was, if they serve like that, they can play with literally anyone.
Absolutely.
4 serving 5. Here's War. Pass there by Evan Boyle. Middle set off the mark, but it crawls over the net. We have a net violation against UC San Diego. That was Wiemelt, who took a whiff at it, but in the follow-through came into the string.
Boy, got lucky here because Wiemelt, there he touches it right there. He just, momentum couldn't stop him.
They're tied at 5. Here's War. That's a good serve, but a great pass by Boyle. And it's going to be an interference call against Travell Jordan as he tried to contest that one. Cameron Worrell was going up there on the set. It was tight to the net, but the officials ruling that it was still on the Triton side.
I thought it broke the plane, and I thought that Travell had a fair chance to play it.
Tony Chan, the R1 here for this first of 2 semifinals. And there's another service error for the Tritons. It's their 3rd already here in set 1. So inching along here early on, 6 serving 6, and Travell Jordan here to tweak his knee early in that match against UC San Diego. And left the match, didn't return. Oh, that was a wrist away down the line, but wide. Was there a touch? No touch is called, but in unison, the Tritons players turning towards Brad Rostrader and asking for a challenge. It gives us a chance to introduce the officials. Ray Mink is the R2. Derwin Jordan is the replay official, the R3, and we actually have him mic'd up here, not just on our broadcast, but in the building this evening.
Challenging that there was a block touch.
So you could faintly hear there that he is going to review what was a challenged block touch. So was there a touch here?
I think he has access to like 6 cameras, but pretty much we found out that after 2 or 3 looks, he can pretty much know what he's going to do.
Does that just graze the forearm of Louis Sakanoko? Here's a look at some of what he has at his disposal in these replay challenges. This is part of the DV Sport camera system. And this is kind of cool for us. We don't usually have access to these angles.
Yeah, this is there's the swing. He goes down the line. I'm not sure where. If we get it to roll through a little bit more, we can see he's going to turn it down the line and out of bounds, and maybe gets Louis Sapporo.
After review, there was a block touch. San Diego will retain its challenge. The ball is converted.
All right, so you can kind of, we're getting some of the kinks worked out there in the audio that he has connected to our broadcast, but you could faintly hear that he did say there was a block touch. So a successful challenge there for Brad Rostrader. Point for San Diego. They're up 1. Backside set, here's Tatriski. Blocked back, the cover by Greenwich. Rosenthal shoots it to the middle, and Justin Todd pounds it off the hands and out. And so we are even again at 7, inching along.
What a first pass by Louis Sakanoko. I'll tell you, Ewart just ripped his serve. It was probably a 65, 75 mile an hour heater, and Louis passed up pretty nicely.
How about Hawaii hitting negative 100 right now to 333 for the Tritons? Back row, that's Sani. And that was a laser beam. Sebastiano Sani, 6'5" junior from Bethesda, Maryland. A transfer from Long Beach State. Spent 2 years there with the Beach. Averaged about a kill and a half. Hit 380 in 23 matches last season. And what a get that was in the portal for Brad Rostrader.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, he's only going to get it for this year because Sonny said he's going to graduate, take 19 units this summer, and move on and probably play professionally overseas.
Yeah, I'd imagine there are some professional teams out there that will be chomping at the bit for an opportunity to get Sebastiano Sani into their franchise, as that served by Louis Sakanoko sails along.
A lot of missed serves here early on as each team trying to feel the other team out.
And remember, Hawaii playing its first match here this week. UC San Diego able to experience the environs of Bren Event Center, and right now Hawaii is experiencing this block by the Tritons that has been formidable early in this first frame.
Loses Worrell and Wemelt up there. Well-formed block, and Wemelt really does a nice job of reaching into the angle.
Right now looking like a great call by Brad Rostrader to give Wemelt the start here at the middle. Roll shot by Ewart. Diving save Greenwich. Diving bump set by Rosenthal. Sakanoko couldn't get it down. Great chase down Rosenthal with that one hovering over the net. Able to put it down, but give credit to Provednikov for extending that point only for a moment, though, as Tread Rosenthal fell to the Terraflex almost in exhaustion after that long one.
I'm not sure it was the greatest shot selection by Tread Rosenthal to hit the ball as he's falling on his back. But he did and was successful, and Hawaii manages to sneak back in there, down 1.
The 9 serving 10, and it's going to be Justin Todd. 91 blocks on the year coming into this tournament, 28 aces, and that one is sent long. What are we possibly experiencing here? Is it a little bit of nerves, a little bit of overexcitement?
Yeah, I really think it's the adrenaline pumping up on both sides of the players that are hitting the ball out on their serves. But JT had a really good serving practice this morning, so surprising to see him miss that one that badly.
There's the serve by Cameron Worrell. Played really well last night in that win over the Gauchos. Travell Jordan blocked back. Rosenthal the swing, that gets blocked. The cover there by Greenwich. So Sakanoko sets up his fellow countryman Adrian Ward. He gets blocked. Now on the other side, Tatriski rolls it into the net. And this is a UC San Diego wall right now that has been impenetrable as they go up 3 in the first.
They're just picking up right where they left off in last night's really solid performance. against UC Santa Barbara. They were good in all phases of the game, especially serving. Their blocking was excellent as well.
12 serving, 9 in the first. Pass by Ward, an overpass. Big advantage here for the Tritons. They go back row, Provednikov. Oh, it's going to be a point for Hawaii, though he stepped on the 3-meter line.
Just stepped on it barely for R1. Tony Chan. Johnny on the spot, caught it.
Pass there by Evan Boyle. Whirls it backside. Here's Sani. Touches it through the double block. And Sebastiano Sani off to a quality start. 3 kills on 3 attempts.
Yeah, Sani did a nice job last night as well of hitting that push dink into the hole, into the donut, really effectively.
13 serving 10. Pass by Greenwich is on the money. Rosenthal shoots it out to Tatriski. And he's able to overpower that resistance.
Normally not I'm sorry, go ahead.
He gets his second kill.
Normally not Hawaii's strongest rotation with Tatriski front left. He'd much rather hit on the right, but they went to him there and he came through. He's hitting better from the left right now than he is on the right.
Here's Rohr on the serve. Sani handles the pass. They go middle, but it was off the mark. And Hawaii gets the point. And so, hey, look, the change in the middle, you get some of the defensive physicality that Leo Wiemel brings, but the timing of that offensive middle attack might be a little bit different compared to Peter Selcho last night.
It's happened twice already. Maybe Brad Rostrader might rethink who plays in the middle there.
So Hawaii back within 1. How about that pass by Boyle? Ewert by the double block. It goes off the shoulder of Rosenthal and out. Josh Ewert, 13 kills at 320 and an ace and 7 digs last night. Last time he played Hawaii, that was in that win on April 11th. He aced the Rainbow Warriors 5 times.
And he continues his hot hand.
Wiemel jump float. It's an overpass. Garrison couldn't get it down. An overpass again. And Provednikov to Traski. Going to better that percentage just a smidge after rattling it through the block.
Yeah, I don't think Adrian Rohr is going to stay negative all night. He's got 0 kills, 2 errors at negative 667. That's a number that I predict will change into the positive numbers.
Here's Finn Kearney into the match. And it's a good serve. Long chase down for Whirl. Sets up Provednikov. The save off the ricochet by Rosenthal. Here's Louis. 3 blockers against them. The cover there by Todd. Backside to Treski, and it gets blocked right back into his chest. Another roof here for the Tritons.
That's 5 blocks now. Boy, they are hot right now at the net. Garrison, I think, got most of that one.
Jim Garrison, who has led the team in blocks each of the last 2 seasons, second in blocks this year. Redshirt senior from Manhattan Beach, California. The outserve right now has been Hawaii's best offense.
Yeah, that's their 5th service error. Hawaii with 2 service errors.
So pretty crazy to think that Hawaii's still within 2, make it 1. As that one fell off of a table, and an ace for Christian Tatriski. Some ace signs in the building here. Tatriski curls it over. It's fielded by Garrison. Now a joust above the tape. UCSD going to center it. Sani will get a swing out of it. The save by Rohr. Rosenthal goes outside. Sakanoko towards the block. And with all of the advantages statistically that UC San Diego right now is enjoying, hitting, blocking, Hawaii has tied this thing up in the first.
And 1/3 of their points have come off UC San Diego service errors.
How about that pass by Boyle? D-set, that's the Ewert blocked and roped. And Hawaii is officially invited itself to the block party.
How about that pass by Evan Boyle? That was a beauty.
On the All Big West Conference first team, which was announced a couple of days ago. And here's one of them serving out of the timeout, Christian Tatriski. Hawaii is up 1, despite right now flat-lining it offensively. High ball set is Provednikov up with 1 foot, punched up in the air by Tatriski. Outside, it's Louis. He's blocked back, Greenwich the cover. Rosenthal on 2, and puts Hawaii up 2.
So UCSD is doing a great job of taking the line away from Hawaii's pin hitters. That's how they've gotten most of their blocks so far. Louis and Adrian Rohr have got to change up their strategy.
Provednikov, the tip got blocked. And then it trickles down to the floor on the Triton side. And now for the first time, the last couple of sequences, C-Mac, UC San Diego looks a little rattled.
Yeah, again in the middle, just some communication issues.
And are we going to get a challenge here from Brad Rostrader? And we are going to get a challenge. Hawaii right now, as it stands, on a 6-0 run.
I think they're challenging a net violation, possibly.
We'll try to listen in to Derwin Jordan.
UC San Diego is challenging that there was a net fault.
So the challenge is that Hawaii came into the net at some point. Looks like it was the... Well, what do you think, Steve?
That's an example. We saw this earlier this year where the net is pushed into the opponent by the ball. And that should...
Again, Derwin. Official scorers, Katie Smith, and 4 line judges, John Park, Rob Reyes, Henry Pena, Zitali Martinez. With Ray Mink, the R2 across the way from us, Tony Chan, the R1.
You see, he relifts there. He said the ball hit it into him. Did you read that?
I thought so.
After review, the call is confirmed. There was no net touch. UC San Diego loses the challenge.
All right, so it is a Hawaii point. It's a failed challenge there by Brad Rostrader, and so he loses that one. He has 2 remaining after the earlier successful challenge. Each team starting off the match with 3. They get an extra one if it goes to 5. But right now, Hawaii up 3. They've scored the last 6. But Tatriski gifts one back to the Tritons at the service area.
There's an example of Hawaii having this momentum. Long break with the challenge. Next server's got to keep that ball in.
Kind of like a timeout, right?
Exactly, same thing. And then he can rev it up on his next serve.
So here's Provednikov, the 6'4" redshirt junior from Long Beach. Rosenthal high and away, and Sakanoko able to cram it past the block.
Well, Louis facing a well-formed 4 hands across block, and he just powered it through, challenged the block. And I think he's back now to hitting 0-0-0, maybe.
Well, that's his third kill.
Well, yeah, he's up to 250.
Yeah, he's up to 250 now. And gets UC San Diego out of system. Here's Sani against a triple block. Greenwich fields the save. Rosenthal, middle, Justin Todd. Popped up in the air by Provednikov. Here's Ewert from behind the line. Diving save by Sakanoko, but to no avail. And that was a nifty swing there by Josh Ewert against a big old block on the other side.
Yeah, Hawaii had 3 blockers up, and Ewert just tagged it. Sakanoko dug the ball to where Rosenthal would have been had he not been helping on the block.
There's Jim Garrison. Had an ace last night. Hawaii out of system now. And Justin Todd just sends that one out of play. And the lead for Hawaii is 1. And it looks like Todd may have rolled an ankle in the process, which was part of the reason why it was such a wild touch.
Well, that was a strange play.
See the trainer, Reiki Miyazato, he was out there taking a look at Justin Todd. See if we can tell here. Oh, it was actually after he made contact with the platform that he rolled that left ankle.
Didn't look like it was a full roll, though. It was a partial roll.
It is being helped off of the court, though. And so Hawaii, despite starting the season with what was perceived to be so much depth at the middle blocker position, you have the true freshman Roman Payne, who has yet to play this year because of a foot issue. Now you have Justin Todd, who leaves the game with an ankle issue. And so here comes Mr. Steady, Ofek Hazan, who all of a sudden is going to once again be vaulted into action and relied upon to be a contributor in that middle position.
He's the fireman, comes in and puts out the fires every time.
It is 19 serving 20. Passed by Greenwich is a beauty. Here's Ofek. And how about instant offense? It was called in couple of San Diego players looking at each other and the bench, but looked like that call was confirmed. And Ofek Hazan, I mean, I hope you were staying engaged on the bench there because the set's coming to you.
Oh, man. Tread got him engaged in a hurry.
There you look. Justin Todd on the trainer's table. We're going to evaluate him a little more closely here. And that's a big loss for Hawaii if Justin Todd is out, not just for this match, but for an extended period. One of their weapons from the service line. And a team leader in blocks coming into this tournament. Overpass. Wall will play it. Middle set. Travell Jordan able to go off the hands and down.
Smart play I thought, for Adrian Rohr to not try to hit that overpass. Instead, passed it up, allowed Trev Rosenthal to run his offense. Jordan coming through. This is reminiscent of when they played San Diego the second night, when Travell Jordan went through one rotation to the front and he was out. Tonight, it's JT. Couple rotations through, and he's out.
Ofek Hazan, that tricky little jump floater. Bump set goes to Sani against a triple block. Tatriski feels it. Rosenthal eyeing away, it's Rohr. Punched up in the air by Ewert. It'll be handled by Tatriski. Hawaii on the attack. Back row, it's Sakanoko. He got blocked when he tried to go past it with two hands. Here's Tatriski. A little extra chili pepper.
Welcome to the Big West playoffs, Christian Tatriski. That was a hammer.
Timeout, UC San Diego. Hawaii in front by 4, 23-19 in set one. This is crazy. If Hawaii's able to close this thing out, all odds statistically seem to be against them. Outside, here's Sani. He gets blocked and roofed. And it is aloha ball in the first.
Go figure. Adrian Rohr hitting negative 500. Tatriski was hitting 0. He's hitting 0. And Hawaii is up 24-19.
And how about these Hawaii fans in unison standing up? And it is finished on an ace. How about Ofek Hazan?
But Hazan gets on the court and immediately gets set. Trev must know something that we don't.
So Hawaii wins set one. That is despite getting out-hit, out-blocked. They did have a couple of aces and a couple fewer service errors by comparison to UC San Diego. But how the heck did Hawaii win that first set, all things considered, and to do so by 6 points?
Well, I think it was the 5 service errors certainly helped. That's 1/5 of Hawaii's points right there from UCSD gave them. Hawaii did win in one category, and that was digging. They outdug UCSD 9-4. So that helped to give 5 more opportunities to score points there. But clearly, the offenses, both of them were paltry. Hawaii hitting 156 and UCSD hitting 174. Those aren't impressive numbers. Those aren't shockers at all.
Yeah, Hawaii started to get a few more touches at the net later in that set. It was such a hot blocking start for UC San Diego, in large part because of Leo Wiemelt starting at one of those middle blocker positions. They end up out-blocking Hawaii 5.5-2. But yeah, for the Rainbow Warriors, what is that a sign of? That they can, despite coming out the gates like that in an opening frame, still win that opening frame.
It's unbelievable. It was just like, it was uncanny how that whole series of events happened. 12-3 to finish the set was like bizarre.
So the team swap sides, and it'll be Christian Tatriski to get things started from the service line in set 2. And look out. Tests the limits of Brent Event Center on that one.
I'm not sure he needed to give this major heater on that one. Just get one hit, Christian, and then bring your heater out in the second try.
You see the facial expression as if to say, I don't know what happened there. So first point goes to the Tritons. Here's Cameron Whirl, 6'7" redshirt junior from right there in San Diego, California. Great pass by Greenwich. Whirl from the back row, a little windmill arm swing. But it got the job done.
That set wasn't exactly where he wanted it. He found a way to do it almost Louis Sakanoko style. Get his first kill of the night.
One of the 5 all Big West Conference first teamers. Fellow Frenchman along with Louis Sakanoko. And how about that cross-court hit? Oh, but it goes wide. Josh Ewert gave that one a rip. And now we're going to have another challenge. I think Brad Rostrader thought there was a touch there. And so his third challenge issued already. Won one, lost one.
Well, Ewert was hitting a really, really sharp angle there. As you say, a thin slice of bread.
Challenging that there was a block touch.
All right, so the challenge is that the block got a piece.
I don't know. You see Hazan saying, nope, I didn't touch it.
Ofek Hazan has become a case study of just a unique player in the way of, he's not in this day and age of monstrous middle blockers, exactly the prototypical sized guy in the middle.
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's about 220 probably.
Doesn't really jump out of the building. He's not touching 12-6 or anything like that.
I'm not an ounce of fat on him, though.
But he just knows how to play the game, his anticipatory skills, his pin-to-pin blocking capabilities.
And he did win the academic award for the team on Sunday night at their banquet, having the highest GPA on the team, so he's smart. We know he's tough. He's served in the Israeli army for 3 years. So he's a unique and interesting character, for sure.
The true stabilizer for this team. All right, so they announced in the building that it was an unsuccessful challenge.
And Hazan looks over at Ewert and says,
After review, the call will stand to the inconclusive evidence. UCSD will lose its challenge. Point to Hawaii.
UCSD now down to one challenge.
That's right. Here's Sakanoko. Hawaii up one. Middle set, Remelt blocked by Hazan, but he lost it. He couldn't quite track it. And it drops for a kill for Leo Remelt, the 6'8" junior from LaGrange, Illinois, in his third year with this Triton program. Played just 38 sets throughout the regular season. But one of the matches that he fared heavily in was the win over Hawaii, and that's why Brad Rostrader has turned to him here tonight. Here's Tatriski. Christian Tatriski had 4 putdowns in that first set. And he's a guy who very much, like Jalen Phillips for CSUN, has the ability to absolutely take over a match.
And mostly because of his cannon of an arm. He really hits the ball hard.
The Triton's way out of system. Back bump set. Provetnikov against a triple block. Stays on the Triton side. Here's Ewert. Hits it long. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. And so UC San Diego gets the point. Josh Ewert, I mean, he had to do everything he could just to make contact with that ball.
That was a really very athletic play by Ewert.
So here's Remelt on the serve. Pass by War. Over on through goes Tread. He has become so deft at that.
At 6'11", he doesn't even have to jump, right? At 6'11", he just taps it down. Barely a jump. Getting better and better, knowing when to call his own number.
Whirl goes outside, and it goes off of Tatriski and out, so a kill for Leo Provetnikov. Provetnikov, who brings a lot to the table for this Triton squad. He had 3 kills, but he also had 2 aces, 3 blocks, and 6 digs last night against Santa Barbara.
Solid all-around performance by Leo.
The Tritons 4-7 all-time in the Big West Conference Championship. There's Ward, 3 blockers against him. He got a good piece of that to slow it down. From behind the line, it's Ewert, dug up by Rosenthal. Ward highballs it out to Tatriski. Goes off the block. One set, Ewert from behind the line. Roll shot blocked back by Jordan. Now they go outside. Provetnikov blocked back and down. Well, the Tritons just kept trying and trying and trying, but that Hawaii front wasn't having it.
Pretty solid blocking by Hawaii. Staying out of the net all 3 times. Not getting over anxious. Pushing too hard. Just being patient.
A little bit of the Travell Jordan effect there. 6'10", massive bounce. Back row, Sani through the block and down. Sakanoko had a chance at that cover, but it didn't quite happen for him.
And Sani picks up kill number 4.
So here's Provetnikov, who tied at 5 early in set 2. Pass by Sakanoko. Rosenthal going to go middle, and there's Travell as it pinballs down to the Terraflex. Averaging 1.35 kills per set, hit 491 through the regular season.
He had 1 kill in the first set. Now he's got 1 kill in the second set. He's at his average right now. But clearly he's capable of having a big night. We've seen him go in double figures on kills on his big night.
Charlie Wade actually expressing a little disappointment that neither of his middles got any recognition on the All-Big West Conference first team. In fact, just one middle in the league. It was Long Beach State freshman Jackson Christ. Long chase down there for Rosenthal. And a free pass coming over the net. Outside. Oh, the dig by Sakanoko. Sani again with a quick reset. This time goes off of Tatriski. And out of play.
Sani with a one-on-one battle with Tatriski there. And he's going to win that battle most of the time. Will the offense.
So Sani, team leader with 3.5 kills per set. He's up to 5 already here in this match. One hand set outside. Sakanoko! But he misses the floor wide. That is at least the call. We have the R2 across the way, though.
Ray Mink.
And Ray Mink saying that he saw a touch, and they end up giving Hawaii the point here. That was a detonation.
That was a bouncer. But sharp of Ray Mink there to listen for the touch, or maybe even see the touch.
So Hawaii up 7, serving 6. Tritons out assisting Sani. Going to be a joust up there. Pinballed around. Whirlwill two-handed over. Tatriski the first touch. Rosenthal with option. Back row roar. And he hits it long. And he holds his hands over his face, knowing that was a missed opportunity there.
Trying just a little bit too hard there. Adrian needs to be a little more patient. His game will come around if he just is patient.
Adrian War, just the 1 kill on 6 swings and the 2 errors.
Yeah, I love the serve by Worley. He tosses it very low. Has very few errors.
Oh, he put some pop into that. Ofek Hazan put some pop into that, but he missed the court wide. And UCSD jumps ahead.
And Ofek quickly tells Tread, hey, that set was fine. It was all me.
So 8 serving 7.
How low this toss is here. Very low.
Two-hand pass there. Hassan, there's Sakanoko. Like he was vaulted off of a trampoline. Goes off the hands and out. That's 5 kills now for Louis.
I had a feeling of seeing Louis this week in practice and around the hotel lobby area. It just seems to be having that focus right now. He knows it's game time.
Middle set. Oh, remelt. Hanging and banging. Yeah, you mentioned Cameron Whirl, the redshirt junior setter for UC San Diego. Started the last 2 matches of the regular season. One was against Hawaii. Started last night as well. He hadn't started prior to that since January 30th. Oh, my goodness. That was some thunder from Sani. Roar gets dug up. Outside set is Provednikov off the block and out. A good dig by Keegan Cook, but that was a laser from the service line by Sebastiano Sani.
It was. And how about the dig by Quentin Greenwich that time in the middle of the rally? He popped that one up.
It looked like he was checking his teeth just now. Sani taking something off that time. Sakanoko on 2.
Just hanging up there. You know, Louis could have easily upset that as easily as he hit it. He hangs up there for so long. Sometimes he will do that. He'll go up there. He'll just set the ball. Instead, that time he saw an open spot, so he just rolled it in. Beach rolled it in.
So give Louis 6 kills now in the match. Good float there by Hazan. Here's Ewert. That roll shot dug up by Tread. Oh, Louis had a notion. This time sets it up for Tatriski, and it's blocked straight down to the floor. Wemelt jumping up next to Provednikov. Shutting the door.
Solid block. I'm telling you, well formed. 2 blockers up. Ewert there for the tip. Looks like Wemelt's having fun playing again.
Having 9, Wemelt on the serve. Middle set, that's Jordan. And you see how he can just levitate at times.
like the way that Rosenthal is including the middles when he has a pass off the net inside the 3-meter line. I think it's good to have that UCSD block play a little more honest.
Here's Rosenthal. Backside, it's Ewert blocked, but it goes out. Or are they going to say it's in? Oh, no, now they correct the call. It is out, and it is a point for UC San Diego. It might have just been one of those instances where the official pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
So UC San Diego back up 2. And Josh Ewert, 34 aces on the year. Coming into this match, that one goes into the string. Ewert himself coming on strong here late in the year, making his 8th straight start. 6'4" redshirt junior from Malaga, California. Adrian Wall on the serve. Back row, it's Sonny. And he tried to take an angle, but he missed it wide. And so a point for Hawaii. Unforced hitting error that time for Sonny.
It was. It's a rare one. He wanted a challenge there, but you know what? Brad Rossler only has 1 left. I think he's going to save it.
It's a good serve by Wall. Overpass, and look at Louis. Swiping it off of the block, but they're going to call him for a lift. So the touch was called, last touch by the Tritons. But the R1, Tony Chan, is going to say that he guided it too much. It was a throw. What do you think of that, C-Man?
Yeah, that was a close, a real judgment call here. But oh, he definitely, you know what else? He was the last one to touch it.
Yeah, you're right. It was so much of a guiding effort that he actually was still touching the ball after it touched off the block.
Exactly.
So either way you slice it, it's a point for UC San Diego. 13 serving 12. Rosenthal backside. Here's Tatriski. Held up in the back row by Ewert. He'll get the set from behind the line, and he blasts it long, but a touch is called. And give another kill to Josh Ewert. He's up to 6 here in this match.
Smart, high hands swing right there by Josh Ewert. You know, his brother plays in the national team. Jordan played at Stanford and played in the national team, and his sister played at Texas.
Louis got slowed down by the block. Stays on the Triton side. Sonny, did he get a touch? Yes, he did. And right now, UC San Diego just targeting the high hands, and it has paid off. They're up.
Joined us late. Hawaii went on a 12-3 run last set to win it.
Bednikov on the serve, loops it over. Easy pass there for Ward. Backside to Treesky. Oh, that's a great up by Keegan Cook. Oh, but UC San Diego couldn't chase down the third touch. And so Hawaii gets a much-needed point.
Gotta love that dig by Keegan Cook. He just hung in there on a Tatriski detonator, popped it up, kept it in play, gave the Tritons another chance.
Yeah, this libero combo of Evan Boyle and Keegan Cook, it has paid dividends for the Tritons here this season. Boyle really good at serve receive as that one goes off the block and out by Sonny. Christian Tatriski thought it landed in. He's asking for the challenge. And I think Charlie Wade is going to oblige. So we have another challenge opportunity here. Derwin Jordan, the R3, will review this.
Hawaii is challenging in out.
So
that looks like it caught part of the line, but you know. I wonder if he can zoom in even further. It gets real fuzzy then when you zoom in further.
Trying to select the best angle here. A little bit more of an end zone shot. They also have our Spectrum Sports camera angles as well. That one, although it's a little farther away, makes it look more likely that it may be caught line.
Yeah.
But this is just pure speculation right now.
Pretty crucial call here at 16-13. If Hawaii wins the challenge, becomes 15-14 in a different game.
review, the call will stand due to inconclusive video.
All right, so inconclusive evidence, and so the call will stand. And Christian Tetrisky trying to figure that one out. I think he was convinced that it caught at least a piece of that line, but right now it's UC San Diego up 16, serving 13 in set 2. Trying to even this matchup. First of 2 semifinals in this Big West Championship. Rosenthal off the mark. It's pinballed and punched back over the net. Backside, here's Tetrisky. Block slowed it down, Provednikov the save. They go outside, Sani. Tough angle, but he makes it work. And Sani is cooking right now. 8 kills in this match.
That set was not where he wanted it. He got in there a little early, and he almost jumped backwards to hit it. What a great play.
And that's why he might be turning pro in very short order. Good pass by Greenwich. Oh, the back row connection not there. Free opportunity for the Tritons. We melt. Didn't get a good contact on it. Saved by Rosenthal. Sakonoko punches it through the block. And a free pass coming over. Fred Rosenthal goes back row. Here's Roar, and he bounces it. Fred Rosenthal talking to the R1, Tony Chan. He thought there was maybe a lift call that should have taken place earlier in that sequence. There was also a point in that sequence where Rosenthal was reaching down at his left leg. And he kind of shook it off here after the fact. Keep an eye on that. Here's Tetrisky, the roll shot on the serve, forces an overpass. Joust above the tape. Here's Sani from off the net. Oh, and he pipes one.
He is unconscious right now. What a swing. No approach, standing jump, just step closes it out.
Look at that line. 9 kills, 2 blocks, a dig. Sani hovering around 400 here. 18 serving 14. That skips off the tape. And the pass was too tight to the net. Sani will get credited with the put down. And a timeout taken by the Rainbow Warriors. Triton's going to try to make sure they don't give up. He has taken over here in this second frame. Triton's intent on not allowing Hawaii to steal this set like they did in set 1. Whirl on the serve. Pass by Greenwich. Puts it on the money. Here's the D set to Tetrisky. And he gets rejected. And it is, guess who? Number 22, Sebastiano Sani.
His 4th block assist of the night.
This block seems so locked in right now. The Tritons are seeing what Hawaii's trying to do.
It's a result of it, first of all, having played each other twice already. And thirdly, the coaching staffs are really familiar with the other hitting team's tendencies. And so they tend to line up on the attackers better than the other 2 matches.
Case in point, you have Christian Tetrisky flatlining it right now. Adrian Rohr still hitting in the negatives. And it's Louis Sakonoko with the serve. Into the net. Oh, he went for it. The Tritons up 6 now, 21 serving 15.
I think Louis felt down 5. He needed to make something. He needed to make something happen. Create some energy.
Here's Sani, already has an ace tonight. Greenwich with the bump set. And it's going to be a free pass over the net. Huge advantage here for UC San Diego, but the pass goes over. And we're going to get a violation against UC San Diego.
Now, that entire ball was over on Hawaii's side of the net, and that's why the violation.
A two-handed overpass there on a free ball. Missed opportunity for the Tritons, and here's Kainoa Wade in to serve. That's it in. That goes outside, and the block was way late. It was Provednikov putting down the kill there, his 4th of the match.
You see San Diego passing the ball better than I've seen them in a while. They're taking some tough serves and popping them right up so that Worrell can run a pretty decent offense. Again, they're hitting almost 400 in this set.
Here's another San Diego guy, 6'5" junior, Ethan Horniak. And it's an ace. Hawaii just watching it drop. And Horniak with his first ace of the season. Pass by Sakanoko. Rosenthal goes middle to Jordan, and he finds the floor. But Hawaii's got an uphill battle in front of it. And what UC San Diego has done is they have calmed the mood here in the building. Hawaii and its fans with the not so hostile but takeover of Brent Event Center.
A lot of green in this building tonight.
And they have been high volume throughout. But the Tritons have taken them a little bit out of things right now. That might get them jumping a little bit more. The service ace by Tread Rosenthal. Career ace number 111 for Tread.
Well, if Tread gets on a roll, Brad Roster at least has 2 timeouts to slow him down.
That's actually 112 now for Tread Rosenthal in his career. Back set, and Ewert shut down. Travell Jordan jumping up next to Adrian Rohr.
Told call timeout. He's got 2 left, so he's using one right now.
Well, Hawaii closed the first set on a 12-3 run. And they still have quite a bit of work to do here, but with that so close in their memory banks, especially for Brad Rostratter, he's saying, hey, look, let's nip this in the bud and not let them get anything further going.
Exactly.
Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, I'm joined by someone who has done a lot for this conference, Sean D. from Outrigger Hotels. John, first of all, sponsorship of the Big West Championship. It's been a few years since you guys have been doing this. What is the value in this sponsorship?
Well, look at this crowd. It's an awesome crowd. It's obviously a West Coast crowd. They go to Hawaii a lot, so we want to keep Outrigger top of mind, but we want to support the Bows. We've been supporting this tournament since it was conceived, as well as brought along our Hawaiian Tourism Authority to join us, so they're also a sponsor.
Yeah, and we know that, of course, there's a lot of green here in the stands, people making the trip, but this is a big market. California is a big market for Hawaii in general.
Yeah, we're here in Southern California. It's our #1 source market, obviously. And obviously a lot of people here travel around the world, so they come see us in Fiji and Mauritius and the Maldives, anywhere we've got an Outrigger.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think of Outrigger in just Hawaii, but you guys are all over the place. Any other exciting news that you guys have going on at Outrigger?
Well, we're up to 32 properties around the world. We're on all 4 islands now on Hawaii, all 4 major islands, which is new for us. So we have an Outrigger resort. We just started our renovation at the original Outrigger. We hope to finish that later this year. That's where Dukes is. That's what gave us our name. So Jeff Wagner, our CEO, keeps us busy.
Yeah, you guys cheering loudly. Thanks so much, Sean, for your support. Back over to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ryan. Great to see Sean D., some of the other Outrigger folks. CEO Jeff Wagner also making the trip. They put their money where their mouth is, but they are also very legit and genuine fans of University of Hawaii Athletics.
Yeah, they really are. And they're pouring a lot of money into Waikiki as well. That original Outrigger was getting, I think, $100 million makeover. They want to make it a real special experience for the Hawaii visitors.
Well, here's Tread Rosenthal. Little tape below that left knee. And he serves it into the twine. He mentioned that he was kind of tending to that lower leg after one of the sequences earlier in this set, and now he has that taped up. So we'll keep an eye on that here as this match progresses. It is Aloha ball, though, for the Tritons, trying to even this matchup. Pass by Greenwich, goes over the net. Garrison says thank you very much. And we have ourselves a match.
Kill of his 9. He's having quite the night.
So set 3 about to get underway. It's Cameron Whirl from the service line. Middle set off the mark, and another free pass has to be sent over. It's Wiemelt off the hands of Ofek Hazan and out. And Hawaii, if they were looking to clean some things up between sets 2 and 3, they certainly did not do so on that first play.
That did not look sharp at all. UCSD, meanwhile, got some momentum going.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the positive body language, a little more confidence being exuded here by this Tritons team. Outside, it's Louis. Up the elevator shaft. Did he get a touch? No touch. Hits it long.
He was going for the high hands, but he just went too high.
Yeah, just not able to really kick it into gear here over the last set, and now a couple points into the third.
He's the only pin hitter that's hitting positive. That's why I think Tread gave him that set.
So here's Whirl again. Pass by War. Outside, Louis. The roll shot. Good reaction there by Whirl. So Provednikov. High ball set to Sani. It's a joust above the tape. Good save there by Louis. Quick reset for him. and then he finds the floor. But Hawaii having to scramble, it feels like, for most of its points.
Yeah, they're playing a UCSD team that is really inspired right now. They had a great win last night against UCSB after being beaten by them twice this year. So they're playing some good volleyball right now all around. They're serving, they're passing. And certainly Sani's hitting right now.
And this is where Hawaii can change things, if they can start serving the ball a little more effectively. Benikoff, that's tight to the net. Little pitter-batter above the tape. Sakanoko gets a swing out of it. It's blocked by Wiemelt. Rosenthal on two, dug up over the net and down by Whirl. But they're going to give the point to Hawaii because of a net violation.
That was a net violation that I did not see. But Ray Mink did.
And right now, Hawaii will take it any way they can get it.
Yeah.
Two serving two. Into the net it goes by Sakanoko. Hawaii 10-3 all time in this event, the Big West Championship. 5-2 in the semifinals. They've won this thing 4 times. That's the most of any Big West team. And they are the defending Big West Championship winners, as that's going to be a foot foul called against Sani.
Well, he hasn't made many mistakes tonight, that's for sure, but he made just like maybe a pinky got on that white line.
So here's Cezanne. That jump floater can be tricky. That pulls Whirl off the net. Provednikov dug up by Sakanoko. Rosenthal over on two. And Trevor Rosenthal starting to get a little more offensive-minded at this stage of the match.
Obviously, the tape around his knee isn't bothering him. At least it doesn't look like it is bothering him. Hawaii can ill afford to have any more injuries. Already losing JT early on.
Provednikov from off the net. Two-hand save Sakanoko, but that comes towards our broadcast position. And so how about the hit by Provednikov? He had multiple blockers loaded up against him. He was well off the net, still found a way to make it work.
He took a really good swing at it, really good swing.
There's Wiemelt. Into the net it goes. So a 1-seed versus 5-seed matchup. Hawaii the top seed for the 3rd time in this event. They were also the 1 seed in 2021 and 2023. They won in 23. That was the tournament that was held here the last time. Brent Event Center was the stage. Little set Garrison, little paintbrush action. Dug up by Greenwich. Backside set to Treesky, blocked and roped. The Tritons do it again. That's Provednikov getting the gist of it against Garrison.
Neil Provednikov really blocking well on the outside. You see him taking that line away. He's right next to the antenna, taking Petrisky's line away, and gets a high five from the coach.
So Adrian Rohr flatlining it. Christian Tetrisky now flatlining it.
Like I said, 2 of the 3 pin hitters hitting 0.
Ball sends to Tetrisky. 3 blockers against him, and they shut it down again. This UCSD front, they are sending everything back to the kitchen.
They're really blocking well. They're well formed. Very few blocking errors by going into the net. They're just very patient. It's like Louis got something in his eye.
I think the last block prior to that one, the ball may have ricocheted into his face. And so maybe something got caught in his eye, or just the surface of the ball irritating things here. So he's getting looked at by the trainer. So yes, this was the previous block, and yeah, lines up next to him. It may have even been his own hand possibly making contact as he was reacting to it.
You're right. I think it was right there with his tape.
He's gone a little Three Stooges on himself there.
Self-inflicted wound.
Yeah, talk about friendly fire. That's as friendly as it gets. Yeah. He will continue on, though. 6 serving 5 in the 3rd. Pass by Ward is a good one. Rosenthal backside to Adrian. That one rolls down the net. Saved by Whirl. High ball set Provednikov. Took a little something off. The save by Tread. So Louis sets up Rohr. It's tight to the pin. Rattled around. It goes back over the net and back over to the Hawaii side. Here's Rohr again. Blocked back and roped. The Tritons aren't allowing anything in right now.
Well, that block is so solid. They're reading Hawaii's hitters almost perfectly. They know where the ball's going to go before it goes there.
This defensive front for UC San Diego. They are in their bag right now. Serve goes long, and again, that has been one of the more fortunate aspects of the game, is that Hawaii's been helped along by some untimely Triton service errors.
Actually, Hawaii's best point getting opportunities are coming when UCSD has a service error.
Burrow on his knees with the set, and Provednikov wins it with his left hand. He gives a little bit of a smirk through the net in the direction of Christian Tatriski.
Here's the push. Provednikov gets the last shove. And the point.
Middle set, that's Jordan. Goes wrist away and down, is able to find the floor, and a much-needed point for Hawaii.
This is an area in which I think Tread might want to explore more. Attacking the middle of the court. He was a back row quick, or setting his middles more.
Burrow going to go back row. Provednikov, who stepped on the line. Second time he's done that. And Hawaii gifted another point. We're tied at 8. You know, we talked about the 2 previous years that Hawaii was a 1 seed, 21 and 23. They won the championship in 23 in this building. In 2021, that tournament was held in Honolulu, and it was UC San Diego, the only time these teams previously played in this event, that won, that knocked Hawaii out in the semifinal round. So they're looking to hopefully, from their perspective, see history repeat itself as World goes over on 2, very Rosenthal-esque.
It was. I remember that match, and UCSD really played well. And I'm sure that Brad Rostrader reminded them how they've won against Hawaii in semis before.
There's Ofek Hazan finding the sweet spot there on the set from Rosenthal. So we are tied at 9.
Did Rosie hear me when I said more middle? I think you might have heard me. I'm not sure. I'm yelling too loud into the mic.
There's Tatriski. Look at that pass by Boyle. Middleton, wing up with the left. Diving save Greenwich. Rosenthal changes his mind, contorts his body, and sets up Sakanoko on the outside. That was incredible.
That was a thing of beauty right there. It's so much fun to watch. I think Hawaii's going to get into their creativity barrel to beat this UCSD team. That time, Roosevelt taking a blocker with him, making it easier for Sakanoko.
Ball set. Here's Sane. Blocked and roofed. And Hawaii able to return the favor a little bit on Sebastiano Sane.
Sane's been so good all night long. Hawaii finally got his number, but Sane's so good, he'll bounce back.
Now this Hawaii contingent starting to get back involved. Lima with 2 hands, saved by Rohr. D-set to Tatriski, skips it off the fingertips. Image there for Hawaii fans. Give Justin Todd credit, though still smiling, still flashing the shaka, but you see the boot on that left foot. The use of crutches here after seemingly turning his ankle earlier in this match. So yet another piece of adversity that this Hawaii team has to deal with. But they are up 3 right now in the 3rd, and it is an ace by Tatriski.
You know what was better than the ace? The fact that Christian Tatriski served in after a timeout. Something he hasn't been known to do.
Well, Ryan Kalesuji talked about it ahead of the game. The sophomore from Sofia, Bulgaria, as he serves it into the twine there. Playing in the postseason for the first time. Remember, he was injured down the home stretch of last season, so did not get any of that postseason experience. So I wonder if this feels at all different to him.
I think it must. Clearly, his hitting percentage would show that he's a little nervous. 6 kills, 7 errors, hitting negative.
Rosenthal goes behind the head to Ofek Hazan.
I like the creativity again. I like Roosevelt dipping into his creative bag there and doing things that are a little bit different. Something that the UC San Diego block hasn't seen this year.
I mean, Ofek Hazan, for as much of a stabilizer as he is, not exactly a guy that's going to be way up on the scout. And so him having to enter into the match under these circumstances, that's still a different look for the opposition.
Exactly. You see Sakanoko with service error number 4 twice as many as any other Hawaii player.
11 serving 14. It's Sani. Pass by Rohr. He gets the set on the outside and finds that deep corner. And that is a little more familiar for these Hawaii fans. Adrian Rohr, who went crazy last week in the regular season finale. A season-high 17 kills, hit .424 against Seaside.
And Rohr now out of the negative, hitting 0-0-0. 4 kills, 4 errors.
And 5 all Big West Conference first team selections for this Hawaii team. Here's Sani into the net. Well, that actually goes down on the Hawaii side. Pardon me. It looked a little strange from our angle.
I thought it was into the net, too. Fooled me. Fooled us.
So Trey Rosenthal with the high ball bump set to Rohr. Over the triple block, and it caught a piece of whirl in the back row.
Adrian Rohr, who doesn't usually emote much, now clapping his hands and telling guys, let's go. He knows that he needs to be playing better as well. He's talking himself into playing better.
That may have been touched at the net, too. Who knows? It's a point for Hawaii regardless. Whirl going outside. Prevednikov. Excess.
Emotions running high here.
As you would expect. Top-level volleyball here in the Big West. It's an overpass. Oh, but Rohr couldn't put it down. Free ball, though, comes back over the net. Back row, Louis! Laying the smackdown.
That was a laser if I've ever seen one. Louis coming flying out of the back row, hitting the back row quick, and delivering point number 18.
Here's Rosenthal to serve. Whirl going backside. It's Ewert through the block. Sakanoko attempted the kick save, but Ewert able to restore a little bit of order here for the Tritons with his 7th kill.
Ewert, that was his first set of this particular set.
Middle set, Jordan taking it to the friendly skies on that one.
Watch for Ewert to get set a little bit more because he's a scarcity of sets in this third set for Ewert. He's been a go-to guy this last 1/3 of the season.
Hawaii back up a half dozen. Rohr, it's a good serve. Great pass though by Boyle. Back row, and Sani is stuffed. Travell Jordan saying, ole.
I don't know who pulled the blockers away, but somebody in the back row pulled the blockers away to make sure they didn't talk trash at all. There you go. Louis pulled Travell away.
Middle set, Garrison. No stopping that one. Jim Garrison, as experienced a middle as you will find in the Big West, was an all Big West Conference honorable mention selection. Had 6 kills, 5 blocks, hit .400 in that win over Hawaii back on the 11th. Backside set is Tatrisky. Oh, the set was tight to the pin, and he hits it right into the teeth of a big old block with Sani and Garrison.
And Garrison's hitting numbers are impressive as well. He's hitting .554 on the year coming into this tournament.
How about 6 blocks in this match right now for Garrison? Back row, it's Rohr. He's blocked, gets his own cover. Louis on the left side, and he gets blocked and roofed. And it's Garrison again. Jumping up next to Whirl that time.
Why 5.5 to 3.5.
Out of the timeout. Tough pass there, Greenwich. It's Sakanoko who goes off the block. And that almost took out a couple of us here sitting at the table.
You would have said it if it had been a little bit further to the right. I think you would have popped it right out.
I went for the pancake, but I didn't quite get the spatula underneath, as we like to say. So here is Finn Kearney. Hawaii with 4 players with at least 6 kills right now in the match. Good pass. It is Garrison in the middle. The big diesel, Jim Garrison.
Garrison hits over 500, as we know. Just a solid at the net. But you know what? Who gets credit there? I think Boyle gets credit because he popped up a Finn Kearney serve like it was nothing.
His serve receive has been stellar here last couple of nights. Rosenthal goes middle. It's Ofek Hazan. Hazan. And that ricochets off the block and right into the grill of Sebastiano Sani. And so Ofek Hazan now with 4 kills.
Middle attack becoming much more prevalent for Hawaii. JaVale Jordan and Ofek Hazan getting lots of action.
22 serving 17. Here's Tatriski. Hits it out.
Tatriski's 4th service error. Tying Sakanoko with 4 errors. That's not an area in which you want to be leading.
Cameron World serves it into the net. And Hawaii closing in here on taking an advantage of the match. 23 serving 18. Aiden Powell wearing number 8, 6'2" redshirt sophomore out there for UC San Diego. He's an outside hitter by listing, but in there to help in serve receive as well. Sakanoko. Pass by Sani. He gets the set on the right side, and he is denied. Roar next to Ofek Hazan, saying,
Not too often has Hawaii had success blocking Sani tonight, that's for sure. That's why the extra celebration. And the green in the building stand up.
And the Hawaii fans, you're right, doing the Viking clap. And that one just goes long by Sakanoko. It remains aloha ball here. Hawaii trying to take a 2-1 advantage in this first of 2 semifinals in the Big West Championship. Here's Sani, team leader in service aces. Right on cue. That is his first of the evening. That is his 37th of the year.
At 6'5", he plays much bigger than 6'5". Plays like he's 6'8" or 9". Long.
It's still aloha ball. That serve goes long, and that's how set 3 comes.
Negative right now, but the middles have hit well.
And in fact, a change as Kanoa Wade gets the start here in set 4 for Hawaii. Meanwhile, Adrian Ward deposits the overpass. Says thank you very much. And Tread Rosenthal will serve. There's a look at Kanoa Wade. Started those last 2 regular season matches last weekend against CSUN. Had 10 kills at 421 on night 1. 13 kills at 579 on night 2. Sani blocked. Oh, what a layout cover by Boyle. Sani on second time. An avoidance swing. Hits it out. No touch. Point for Hawaii. It's 2-0 here early in the 4th.
Great cover by Evan Boyle there to keep that rally alive and give Sani another chance.
So here's Rosenthal. Pass there by Powell. They go D-set. That's Ewert, and he hits it out. Again, no touch up front. And Hawaii scores the first 3 of the 4th.
Now, Ewert only got 1 set in that 3rd set. I'm sure that Brad Ruster is telling Worrell, hey, maybe go to Josh a little more.
That may have been an out ball played by Ewert. He gets the set on the right side, through the block and down. So if it was an out ball, all is well, because he ended up getting the point.
He raised his hand right after his chest there saying, my fault, you guys. We could have got an easier point if I just let that ball go.
Hey, he did it for the stats. Pass by Greenwich, tight to the net. One-hand set, and JaVale Jordan defying gravity and hovering for an extra few nanoseconds, and then smashing it down.
6'11", setting 6'10". Oh, there's a large window there.
7 kills, 4 blocks now for Trey Jordan. Hawaii up 4-1. D-set, here's Ewert, long jump. And he's able to go cross court and down. So to your point, looks like Cameron Worrell thinking a little bit more about Josh Ewert.
Yeah. That time Worrell did a nice job of being deceptive. Josh Ewert had a one-on-one on the outside.
Pass by Greenwich. Rosenthal to set up Sakanoko. 3 blockers against him. Did he get it down? No, he did not. Missed it long. Charlie Wade thinking about challenging this, and I think he's going to. He's going to challenge the in-out call, the touch. A couple of the guys on the Hawaii side thinking that that was in.
I think he's challenging the touch.
Hawaii is challenging in-out.
Oh, challenging in-out, as you heard from the R3 replay official, Derwin Jordan.
Ooh. That looks got a lot of. Looks like you got a lot of white line there.
It looks like a lot of that blurry ball got a lot of that blurry line.
Once again, as I've said before, in case anybody's watching for the first time, if you have astigmatism, that's very clear. They have an advantage that we don't have.
And if it's not very clear, do not adjust your TV screens.
That's right.
It's not supposed to be clear.
That's right.
With the resolution available to us in some of those camera angles. Let's listen in.
After review, the call is reversed. Ball was in. Hawaii will retain their challenge.
So a successful challenge there. And now it's almost like you just heard of like dueling pianos in Vegas and some other places. Now we have dueling PA announcements after these replay challenges. So we're going to try to sort that out hopefully here as this night goes on. Oh, that is crushed. And there's Ewert again. And he's percolating. He's into double figures with 10 kills.
He might be a little frustrated he only got one set in that third set. So he's making up for it right now. He'll probably get a lot of sets here in the fourth.
Here's Sani. Rosenthal gets pulled off the net. Backside Wade, his first swing, and he's blocked and roofed. And that was Aiden Powell, who is listed at just 6'2". Getting in on that block, jumping up next to Wemel.
I think he's in because Provednikov only hitting 118 on the night. Maybe they want a little bit different look on the outside.
And that was blistering, but it goes long, just long. And I think we're going to get a challenge on that in-out call.
This is Brad Rostrader's last challenge.
Now that first angle right there in what was not exactly full-blown slow motion.
UC San Diego is challenging in-out.
Looked like it may have been him.
Yeah, I thought it was. That first look looked like it was him.
The Tritons, as mentioned, 4-7 in the Big West Championship Tournament. It was 2021 where they knocked off Hawaii, which was the 1 seed in the semifinal. They won 2 of those 4 matches that year. Of course, getting another victory last night against UC Santa Barbara. This is the 76th meeting overall between these programs.
After review, the call will be reversed. Ball was in, point to UC San Diego. They will retain their challenge.
All right, so there you hear the announcement from Derwin Jordan.
So Charlie Wade has 2 challenges left, and I think Brad Rostrader has 1.
He gets to keep it. And more importantly, UC San Diego gets the point.
And Hawaii passing with 4 passes instead of the usual 3. Connell Wade stepping in.
5 serving 5. Pass by Wade. He gets the set on the right side. He's blocked back. Greenwich the cover. Rosenthal goes outside to the left, and it's Sakonoko just hitting it where they ain't.
Really not his usual velocity, but great location.
The 6'5" junior from Paris, France, Louis Sakonoko getting the kill. That's his 11th of the match. Kind of a Wade on the surge. Middle set, and that is a Wemelt. And you can hear that pop echo throughout Brent Event Center.
Another great pass from Evan Boyle, which allowed Laurel to set the middle.
That block really nowhere to be found for Hawaii. Now Wemelt to serve. And it goes wide. How about that quick, abrupt run-up on the serve by Louis, and it forces a free ball over the net, but Rosenthal hits it into the string. They're going to give Hawaii the point anyway. It was a back row attack. Things were a little squirrely on that one. Louis threw everybody's timing off because he did this short little abbreviated approach. Yeah. And then it got folks scrambling out there. Does it again. And it's an ace! Are you serious?
So Louis is starting to learn that he can get aces other than hitting 75-mile-an-hour heaters. There's other ways to get aces. He's got 5 service errors tonight. That's why he's keeping this ball in, I think.
Middle set, it's Garrison. Wade with the up, diving second touch by Rosenthal, two-handed over by Hazan. Middle set, Garrison is blocked. The cover there by Ewert. He gets the set on the outside, and he hits it into about the 12th row. No touches, most this year. They transfer from Lincoln Memorial. He's out there, sets to Garrison in the middle, gets blocked back. Outside, this is Powell, and he is blocked and roofed. And Hawaii running right now. They're up 11-6.
And the Tritons are struggling offensively right now, hitting negative here in the 4th set. Hawaii hitting .429, their best offensive output so far.
And Louis Sakanoko with a good service run here. Backside set, that's Ewert. And that winds up in the seats. That's the second straight time he's done that.
Touch them all, Camilla. Touch them all.
Touch them all. But was it a fair ball? That would be the question. Fair or foul?
That's true.
These little tapping serves by Louis Sakanoko causing all kinds of trouble. And this Hawaii block all of a sudden has emerged and is starting to take over in the 4th. And more changes.
Ewert subbed out.
So Ewert gets subbed out. Luke Chandler comes in his place. 6'6" redshirt senior from Newport Beach, California. Averaging 2.2 kills per set. Hawaii has scored the last 7. And Louis lollipops. And Sonny misses wide. And right now, the Hawaii side of the floor is looking like the Peter Selcho. Maybe a little bit more the offensive middle position player by comparison to Leo Wiemelt. He subbed into the match.
He had a good night last night against Santa Barbara.
There's Chandler. It'll be saved by Rosenthal. So Louis, eyeball set for Rohr, blocked back, the cover by Greenwich. Now Rosenthal goes back out to Rohr, through the block, diving save, Boyle, but it finds the floor. And Hawaii just continues to create distance. They're up 15-6 here in the 4th.
And the Tritons out of timeouts, Camilla. They used both of them. So it's going to be a long run to 25 here.
Largest lead in the match here for Hawaii. Chandler off the block. One hand save by Wade. High ball bump second, be tight to the net. And Rohr, did he get the touch? Yes, he did. And Brad Rostratter talking to the R2, Ray Mink. Is he going to challenge the touch? Let's take a look. This is a good angle here. Rohr just trying to swipe it off of Chandler.
Very close. I don't know about that.
Well, Brad Rostratter, you mentioned no timeouts. He has the one challenge remaining. He's just going to go ahead and use it. And Derwin Jordan, we're going to try to spare the fans in here the deafening feedback.
That's called a drop the mic moment.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Like, let's just let go of the mic. Yeah. Something's wrong with the mic. We do appreciate Derwin Jordan for being willing to cooperate with us. I think that if we can kind of get the coordination going between him and the announcements in the arena, like right. That could be a really cool feature here to the festivities. So he will try to determine if there wasn't a touch. The call on the floor was a touch. Yeah, it doesn't look so automatic that there was. What do you think, C-Mac?
It's really tough to call. Right there, it looks like there probably is something. But That's a really tough ball.
I'm definitely not sure if there's enough there to overturn.
You look for a finger being bent back is what you look for.
Yeah, hard to tell. Right there, we see a touch right there, that index finger of Chandler.
Yeah, that's what, if there's a touch, that's what it is, if there is a touch.
And again, the call on the floor was that there was a touch, so you need overwhelming evidence to be able to overturn it.
Well, there's another twist in the, we'll let him talk first.
The microphone doesn't seem to be cooperating. And so it's a failed challenge. And that means that UC San Diego cannot stop the flow of this match. No challenges left, no timeouts left. Hawaii has built out a 10-point advantage. Outside.
Got him a couple of extra possessions from the offensive glass.
He replaces Marcus Smart, who exits with 5 points, 7 assists, and those 3 steals that you mentioned. 1 out of 2 for James. In the third quarter, Lakers are 2 of 9 from the field. The Rockets are 5 of 8. Shepard, the bounce, almost got it to Thompson, but it was tipped at the last moment by LA, out of bounds. Hachimura.
Reed Shepard's got to be able to get that ball to Upper Shingun with that pocket pass there, where he can then carry it to the rim and make plays.
And now, in the absence of Kevin Durant,
The youngest lineup tonight in playoff history, and with Durant out, he just had to figure out a way to get over.
turnover. James swinging. Hachimura, corner 3. Too strong. And Thompson with the weak side rebound. Get it ahead. Finney-Smith. Rebounded by James.
That used to be such a reliable shot for Finney-Smith, but he has struggled in limited time this year.
The pull-up game is working for Luke Kennard. 70-64 LA. Shepard, his jumper. Thompson, the offensive board, and the human pogo stick goes upstairs for the jam.
That's his third offensive rebound. That's what he averages on the year. 11th in the league and the best among perimeter players.
16 points for Thompson, 6 boards. Laravia stripped away. Shepard with the steal. The driving kick. Finney-Smith. In and out. James on a lead feed for Kennard. Off the hesitation. Laravia will take it in. Stumbles and clears. James trailing the play. Knock away by Smith with 10 to shoot.
That's more like it. How about Fred Rosenthal saying, I'm going to go right back at you, big fella.
Yeah, that was a nice repeat.
The 8th kill for Travell Jordan. Hawaii gets to the 20-point mark. Outside, that is Sani. And he demolishes that one off of the hands and out, trying to keep UC San Diego's hopes somehow alive here.
So, Kennard, was that 11 soft serves by Louis Sakanoko?
Yeah.
I've never seen that in practice or anywhere else.
That definitely wasn't in the scout. Overpass, and Sani says thank you very much. Give the credit to Peter Selcho on the serve. 5th-year senior from Fountain Valley, California. Louis on the pass. They go backside. Here's Roar. Skips it off the block. Gets the kill. That's kill number 10 for Adrian Roar. So Hawaii with 2 players in double figures.
After a slow start, Roar has come on strong and now hitting around 250 and been a great contributor.
Oh, and Roar.
There's a touch them all as well.
Yeah, that one ended up in the Tritons bench.
Things getting a little sloppy here now.
Hawaii trying to get to the Big West Championship Final for the 6th time. How about that pass, Greenwich? Backside, here's Wade. Down the line. Handcuffing Keegan Cook.
That was a great little wrist away shot by Kainoa Wade. He's loving getting his chance.
First kill for Wade, and now Kai Taylor in to serve. Hawaii has UC San Diego doubled up. Pass by Provednikov. They go back row, and Provednikov stepped on the line. The third time he's done that this evening.
And Saudi had one at least as well. I did not expect any game to be a blowout, by the way, tonight. This is very unusual what's happening.
Especially the way the first 3 sets played out.
Yes.
And the way UC San Diego was so dialed in so many different areas. But it has just fallen off the rails here for the Tritons in this fourth frame.
And it fell off when Louis Sakanoko was serving lollipops.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Lollipop Louis, you're going to call him, right?
Yeah. There's Sani. Oh, that one blew up Adrian War. High ball bump set. Wade's going to get a touch out of it. Diving save on the cover there by Rosenthal. Wade dug up by Sani. Outside Provednikov. Cross court and wide again. Oh, just misfire after misfire. It is aloha ball in the match for Hawaii. And the Hawaii contingent again rises here at the brim. It'll be Kainoa Wade to try to finish it. Middle set, we melt, long run, War runs out of room.
See Richford's neck there? That happened with, I think, when he was hitting baseballs at the arcade the other day.
Well, they talked about him possibly having tweaked his neck a little bit in practice yesterday.
That's right.
Please don't let it have been whiplash from the go-karts.
That's right. That's right.
It's still a little ball. Championship on the line. Hazan gets blocked. Rosenthal going to go to Louis in the middle. Dug up by Sani. Outside, Provednikov through the block, punched up in the air by Rosenthal. High ball bump set. Sakanoko. And this one is over. Hawaii is in the championship match for the 6th time in the history of this Big West Championship event.
And all those people that flew 5 hours to get here are very happy, to say the least. Tea leaves and all.
also defeated Purdue Fort Wayne in their first round matchup. It's 1 versus 2 in the Big West Championship. Welcome inside. In the 2-6, also defeated Purdue Fort Wayne.
Atau nggak? Hey.